to the vetting of cabinet secretaries now, and several members of the Parliamentary Committee on Appointments are recommending the rejection of Phylis Kandie. Kandie had been nominated to the East African Affairs, Commerce and Tourism docket, but most members believe she is not competent. The committee had to go into caucus meetings earlier in the day to try and build consensus on Kandie and another nominee, Davies chirchir. The deadline for the tabling of the committee's report before Parliament expires tomorrow afternoon. Rita Tinina has more.
With the Tuesday deadline for the tabling of the report on the 16 cabinet secretary nominees before Parliament just hours away, the Parliamentary Committee on Appointments meeting at the Windsor Golf and Country Club Hotel raced against time to conclude its report. But it was not all smooth sailing. Sources tell KTN that the committee was divided on the performance of Phylis Kandie, the nominee for East African Affairs, Commerce and Tourism, during the vetting process. Despite her impressive academic credentials, some committee members felt that she was not convincing enough on her competencies to handle the crucial docket. Sharp divisions are also said to have emerged on the energy and petroleum docket nominee Davies chirchir, with integrity questions being raised about him. Some CORD MPs, sources say, also raised concerns over the role Chirchir, a former commissioner with the now defunct Interim Independent Electoral Commission, played in the March general election. The divisions saw the committee move into caucuses, with CORD and Jubilee MPs meeting separately to try and build consensus. The differences over the nominees emerged as the committee chair defended the committee over criticism that the vetting exercise was a mere formality.
A nominee has not committed any crime before the committee to require that they be embarrassed through being asked questions that have no bearing on their suitability or otherwise.
The committee's report, which will contain recommendations on the 16 nominees, is expected to be tabled before Parliament Tuesday afternoon for MPs to either approve or reject the President's choice of cabinet secretaries. According to the law, the report should be tabled before the House within 14 days after submission of the names of nominees to Parliament by the President. That 14-day deadline expires on Tuesday afternoon.
If Parliament does not reject any of the 16 nominees by tomorrow, which is the deadline, then the nominees will stand appointed. They will be deemed to have been appointed into cabinet.
The compiling of the report followed 3 days of vetting of the 16 nominees. It is the first time in the country that cabinet secretaries are being subjected to public vetting and parliamentary approval. Rita Tinina, KTN.